In a wild video out of North Carolina, the driver's teenage daughter is recording a state highway patrol trooper doing what all cops are trained to do: escalate a non-violent situation while simultaneously putting everyone involved in harm's way.
My wrist? I will let you record your wrist. For what? What are you arresting me for?
Because here's the deal, okay? You didn't identify yourself.
Okay, I told you my name. I gave you my name, my first name, my last name, and my date of birth.
Failed to identify what state you're out of. I have no idea who you are.
I didn't understand your question. I said, what do you mean? I said, I work here. I work here. So obviously.
Please put your other hand behind your back.
So apparently she's being forcibly detained because she didn't tell this trooper what state she was from, even after giving the trooper her full name and date of birth. And from here, things only further go off the rails.
Please call a cop. Call another cop right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't do anything. What are you doing? For what? I said who I was. I identified myself.
Look, don't come up on me. Don't come.
Dead ass. She's a child.
Well, tell her to get back in the car. Stop.
Call a cop right now.
Then the cop pulls his firearm on one of the car's passengers, who walked around the back of the car to presumably get a better look at the trooper so she can complain about his behavior. Surprisingly, the trooper didn't have his finger on the trigger, but even getting a firearm involved is completely unacceptable, especially when there's zero evidence of any of these people being armed with anything.
Call a cop right now. Get your phone out. Get your phone out and record. Record it. Record everything.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
No, I identified myself.
Please put your hands behind your back.
I identified myself.
Please put your hands behind your back.
No.
Ma'am.
You're trying to detain me for nothing. Get off of me.
Please put your hands behind your back.
I will not put my hands behind my back. No.
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
The video cuts out there, but local media is reporting that the driver, Anna Amaya, who is also the mother of the girl recording, was eventually arrested for resisting arrest, failure to show ID, and not wearing a seatbelt. Both Amaya and the highway patrol agree she was pulled over by Trooper Zachary B. Price and asked to step outside the vehicle. When she did not produce identification and question the trooper, Amaya says her daughter began rolling the video. The trooper can be heard asking Amaya repeatedly to put her hands behind her back and is visibly pulling out his firearm as two teens get out of the car to back up Amaya. And according to a statement from the highway patrol, the front seat passenger, a 16-year-old female, exited the passenger side and began walking around the rear of the truck. Trooper Price drew his firearm, pointed it at the female passenger, and instructed her to stop and not approach him, as her intentions were unknown. And a second female passenger, 18-year-old female, also repeatedly exited the vehicle and walked around the rear of the pickup truck, and Trooper Price repeatedly told the passengers to get back inside of the car, which to the police is an obvious justification for the trooper to wave his firearm around in public. And just to highlight that last point again, Lee Turner, a defense attorney and former Raleigh police officer, reviewed the video, pointing out, quote, "If you watch this video very closely, you will see that the firearm that has the hand in it, he never places his finger on the trigger. It's going across the top of the barrel. He's taking a defensive posture to make sure it's not a threat, as if he couldn't just shift his finger to the trigger in a split second." Still, Amaya said she is traumatized from the trooper pointing his weapon at her child. Trooper Price remains on the force while this incident is under internal investigation, as is, of course, par for the course with police misconduct.